Hello, it's me, mayohosko, and we are back for another live build of the Lego modular set 10255 assembly square, and we are up to page 38 in the instruction booklet. And let me just start the time lapse. There we go. So this is, I believe this is the third live build. So right now it is 11:01 p.m. Central Australia Standard Time. And we left off last night with starting to do some of the details for the florist store, which is directly in front of the fountain that is in the center, well, that is the center feature of the plaza outside of the different buildings. And some really nice details. And if you watched last night's live stream, then you know that I made an absolute comedy of errors. I spent an eternity looking for different pieces, and I was trying to look for pieces that I had already put in the build. So that was very embarrassing. And I would only make those mistakes if I was doing a live stream, because I need to keep up the small talk in the background. So I apologize for that. I wouldn't be making those little errors if I wasn't trying to run a live stream. And once again, every time I have to use the brick separator, be sure to take a shot of water every time I have to use it. And whenever I take a drink of water from my water bottle, be sure to comment, always be hydrated. And whenever I do these live streams and I end up having to make a lot of small talk, which gives me a chance to talk about some topics that are either coming up in future videos to come, or things that I have already shared on my various social media, which is my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram, which links to my social media are in every description of every mayohosko video. And we actually have someone in the comments, and it's one of my moderators who is a loyal viewer, and he's a supporter on Patreon. It is Captain Matt, and he says, "Hi Mayo, how are you?" Well, my attitude has instantly perked up since you've arrived, and I'm glad that you are able to make it live, because for the first two live streams, I've just had people watching on the replay, which is not a bad thing. And for anyone that can't make my live streams, don't feel bad, because I know that people have schedules, and I wouldn't want to interrupt someone of their day. He says, "I am looking forward to watching this whilst I'm at the pokies." Well, if you're going to do that, then this is the stream for you, because as with a lot of my Lego live streams, whether it's a live build or I'm sorting something, or etc. I like to structure them in a way that can be listened to on the replay as a podcast episode. And podcasts are getting popular more and more every year. So that's why you're seeing more podcasts of all different types of genres, of thousands upon thousands of YouTubers doing them, because podcasts are getting more and more popular, which means they're getting more and more views. And I certainly listen to a lot of podcast episodes. For example, when I'm sorting Lego, or I'm building mocks, which I then make videos about because I like to share my creative thinking. And also when I'm editing videos that'll be soon uploaded to YouTube. I like to do podcast episodes because I think podcasts are very relaxing to listen to, especially if you're doing housework or you're a YouTube creator like me who spends a lot of time editing uploads and preparing uploads by having to do things or build something or write scripts to do videos. Or if you're doing paid work from home and you need something to listen to, or you're a kid doing your weekly chores around the house, I recommend to pass the time so that you're not just doing whatever you're doing in silent. I would recommend listening to podcasts because that's what I do. And I know several hundreds and thousands of people that do the same thing. And so that's why I do my live streams. Well, I format my live streams in a way that can be listened to on the replay as a podcast. And that's why I have, for a brief moment we were at 3 viewers, but it's back down again. Okay, what do we need? Sorry to pause that, I'm just looking at the instructions. Okay, we need another light bluish grey 1x2 palisade brick and another dark bluish grey 1x2 brick. And then we need, looks like it's a 4x4 dark bluish grey quarter round plate. And we need a fence piece that fits on that curve. And then we need a stack of 2 3x3 black quarter round plates to fill in that gap. Captain Matt says, so Mayo, what are you focusing on this stream? Well, to be honest, every time I do streams like this, I really just talk about anything that comes to my mind. So on the previous stream, why can't I get this in? Oh, okay, it's offset. Or is it? Yeah, it's offset by 1 stud. Well, really, I just talk about anything that comes to my mind. So last night, I talked about some stuff relating to the Brixpo Lego convention that I went to on Saturday. And I talked about how I filmed some videos of the various exhibitors, which majority of them were people in the Southern Bricks Lego user group, or LUG for short. And there were some people that I have seen before when I went to one of their LUG meetings at one of the West Torrens at one of the West Torrens council libraries in Hilton, Adelaide, in South Australia. I met a guy who I had talked to before that is a big fan of vintage Lego, like myself, which is why a lot of my videos is content about vintage Lego. And I talked about on last night's stream that he recreated a lot of the builds for the ideas that were in the Lego 6000 idea book. And that is an idea book that came out in 1980. And for many people, including myself, it is the best Lego idea book that they ever made. What do I need? I need 2 black 1x2 modified plates with the push bar horizontal clip bar. Where are they? Where are those pieces? I think they'd be hiding. And Captain Matt said that's cool. Yes, it is very cool. And if you want to hear more detail about the stuff I talked about, I recommend that you go and you go and listen to in a podcast format. Oh, we're up to 4 viewers. I recommend that you go and listen to my previous live stream as a podcast if you've got the time to do so, to hear more details about that stuff. Captain Matt says, when's the next Lego store video? I believe I have my next Lego store vlog as a scheduled upload. Is that right? I need to put a black 2x2 inverted tile, a round inverted tile on the bottom of this. Yeah, I believe that is a scheduled video which should be coming out in the next week or so. So for the people that like to watch those videos, be sure to get hyped for that. How's the time lapse going? Yep, it's going good. And let me just do an audio check. Yep, still connected to my Blue Yeti microphone. I'm gonna have a lot of OCD about making sure that my microphone is connected, because as I talked about the last stream, I've had a ton of technical difficulties with a range of live streams, and I have done something wrong. I put a 1x6 brick on in sand green, where I should have put a 1x4 brick, a 1x1 brick, and a 1x1 modified brick with the 1x1 stud on the side. And Captain Matt says, outstanding, audio is swell. I will let you know if it disconnect. Okay, thank you. And that's why I like having my moderators in the streams. And for any of and by the way, I just realized that one of my Patreon perks that I should announce is that if you join the mayohosko Patreon, you will instantly become a moderator for the mayohosko channel. And Captain Matt knows, because he is a moderator. As a moderator, you get powers of moderation. So whenever I do a live stream and there are actually people that are watching the live stream when the video is live, if there's a rogue commenter that comes along and starts spouting out a bunch of nonsense, or typing some spam comments or anything that I don't want being publicly displayed because it violates the terms of the mayohosko community, which I don't want spam. I don't want people posting links about sexual references or drug references or profanity, and I don't want people saying check out my channel or first or great video or second or notification squad. I mean, you can do those types of comments, but you run the risk of me leaving a snarky reply, because that's not as serious as violating the rules of the mayohosko community. But the very helpful bots at YouTube end up deleting those types of comments, because those types of comments actually violate the YouTube terms of service. And Captain Matt says, no one better mess with mayohosko, otherwise I will punish him. I will punish them. Yes, that is correct, because as a moderator, Captain Matt has the power to not only put people in timeout, but he also has the power to block people from commenting on the mayohosko channel. And unfortunately, Captain Matt, when he was a moderator in a previous live stream, unfortunately had to do so because there was someone that was commenting some slander about me. And also slander isn't tolerated in the mayohosko community, because I like to keep relations between content creator and regular viewer calm, and I don't want people stirring up any controversy. If you do stir up controversy, then you're not the kind of people who I want watching my videos in the first place. So I don't care if you quit watching my videos, because you're not the clientele. But that is only the 1% of my viewers, because 99% of my viewers are kind viewers. They do leave meaningful comments. They aren't YouTube bots. They aren't bot channels. For example, people that do just go onto the most popular channels and do the comments that are great video or first or second or notification squad, etc., because they're just trying to get people to subscribe to their channel. And also those bot channels that are, can we get to 1 million views without making a single video? That kind of garbage is just it just fills the ever-growing cesspool of bad YouTube channels. Because meaningful YouTubers like me, and I assume Captain Matt and Venomous Typin, who is also another loyal regular viewer and commenter, and is a Patreon supporter of mayohosko, both Captain Matt and Venomous Typin have videos on their channel, so I assume that they also want to keep out the riff-raff, so to speak, and they want meaningful people to leave meaningful comments. And I wouldn't doubt that YouTube has deleted some comments from people through bots and stuff. Captain Matt says, Adrian isn't a regular viewer. He's too busy being a lazy person. Well, sometimes he can be a lazy person, but I think it's just because, much like you, he's binging anime. Okay, I need to repeat this build twice, which is one of the columns for the outside of the florist, and it is at least the florist is one of the builds in the assembly square that has the sand green color. And as I'll say in every one of these live streams in this live stream series, the assembly square was released in 2017, which was the 10th anniversary of the Lego modular theme. For the longest time, they were in the creator expert theme, but with the modular police station that I believe came out in 2021 in January, the modulars now have their own dedicated theme in the 18 plus black box series. That is the modular building collection. I've made a mistake. That's why it wasn't stable, because I accidentally put a 1x1 sand green brick in place where I was supposed to put a 1x1 modified sand green brick with the 1x1 stud on the side. That's why I was running low on those pieces. Where are we? I can't find some more of those modified. Where is it? Oh, there's one, and there's the other. It was hiding in plain sight. And oftentimes, when I end up having to scramble to find a piece, it's because my eyes are focusing on one area of my hardwood coffee table, but then it's just hiding in plain sight. And sometimes the pieces I'm looking for are hiding underneath other pieces. So it's just that I've got bad eyesight when I'm trying to identify the small Lego pieces. But in general, I have above average eyesight because I have fairly good short range vision, and I was actually tested upon that nearly a decade ago, that I had a massive improvement with my eyesight, and that was back when I had to wear prescription glasses for a year or two to view technological screens. That because that was around the time when I got my first generation iPod Touch, which I want to say was in 2011. Because I had spent a year watching YouTube videos on my original iPod Touch instead of watching it on the more larger home desktop computer, I was tested and my vision had actually improved, and my vision has continued to improve ever since. The more and more time I've watched content on screens, my short range vision I'm talking about. I wonder if I was to get tested if my results would be the same. I don't know. Okay, what do we need next? Okay, I think I'm done building those columns. And, yes, some light bluish grey 1x1x3 bricks. And need to put, what do we need? Need some more light bluish grey 1x2 palisade bricks, and another dark bluish grey 1x6 brick, and yeah, put that 1x2 dark bluish grey brick down. Okay, now we need a light bluish grey 1x8 brick. Oh, hang on, I've put an extra palisade brick. Okay, now we need a light bluish grey 1x4 brick to cap that off, and another one to cap off the stack perpendicular to the stairwell, which one of the steps appears to be the top of the fireplace. The fireplace build that I built in last night's live stream. Okay, looks like there's a 1x1 plate inside of the florist behind the counter where one of the minifigs goes. So there we go. And is that it? Yes, I can flip over to the next page now. So now we're getting into some of the doors and windows that will fill in some of these gaps in between the bricks. So we need a couple of the black 1x4x3 window panes. Snap that together for windows for the florist. And we need some doors as well. Some of the black 1x4x6 doors. And one of them has a reddish brown door frame. No, sorry, a reddish brown door that is orientated with the doorknob to the left, and that needs a black 1x1 round plate for the doorknob. And that's the door, that's the back door for the florist, and a back door for the other side is a white door, and that orientation also has the door handle on the left hand side. And that one, what does that have? That also has a 1x1 black round plate. There we go. And now we need to make some 1x4x6 windows. And all of these windows have trans clear glass inserts. That's not that. Okay, there we go. And looks like these windows and doors that are in front of the florist are offset by half a stud. Okay, Captain Matt says good night. Okay, good night, Captain Matt. Hopefully you can catch the rest of the live stream on replay and listen to it in podcast format if need be. And I need to create another one of these builds for the details of the columns. So I need another 1x6 white plate. Where is it? There it is. And a 1x2 white plate with a 1x2 white tile on top of it. Where is a 1x2 tile? I'm seeing jumpers, but I'm not seeing a tile. No. Let me check if the audio is still good. Yep, the audio is still good. Okay, I'm going to have to come around to the other side. See if I can spot it. Where are you? A white 1x2 tile All I'm seeing is one by. Okay, there it is. And we have just ticked over half an hour, so that means it's 11:30 Australian Central Standard Time. And just like last night's live stream, we will continue till it is midnight Australian Central Standard Time. And as I say in all of my live streams, if you do want to catch these live streams when they are live, I'll always be sure to do social media posts about when I'm going live, which is when I open the live stream, because I don't have the technology right now to actually schedule my live streams without me turning off my computer. So I'll tell you the times, and then you can put those time zone, or you can convert my time zone to your time zone, so that you can wake up or get home from work, etc., and know that you can catch these live streams live. Okay, now we can move on to page 46, and we're creating some flower displays outside. Actually, we need a reddish brown 2x2x2 container, and inside of that is the shovel that we talked about, or that I was using to poke out some pieces. I think it was, pardon me, the previous episode, and we need the reddish brown broom to go there. And while I'm at it, put in the door, the main entrance to the florist, and that has the doorknob on the right hand side. And as a thematic element for the florist, the door handle is actually a red new style flower piece that has the anti-stud on the bottom. Okay, now we're building a little display for some flowers. So we need a 2x4 reddish brown plate, and we need 2 1x1 reddish brown round bricks. And I'm not seeing them. Oh, there's one. And okay, I'm not seeing the others. Oh, there it is. It was hiding behind the corner. And then we need a reddish brown 1x4 plate to go on top. And then we're building some flower builds. Yeah, so communicating with Captain Matt, who is a moderator for the Mayohosko channel, and is a regular viewer and a regular commenter and a loyal supporter of the Mayohosko channel on Patreon, I was able to get through half an hour of small talk. So I want to thank Captain Matt for oopsie, just broke that build. Let me snap it back together. So thank you for giving something for me to talk about for the last half hour. And that's the kind of small talk I like to do. I prefer if somehow, by some chance, someone ends up actually watching my live streams live and ends up commenting something in the comments and give me something to talk about, because my channel is unfortunately small enough and not many times people actually watch my live streams live, which doesn't bother me because I know that people, those are 2 different colors. Okay, I'm going to need to use my brick separator. So all those at home, you can take a shot of water. What color? That is supposed to be light lavender for the top of that flower. And there is a light lavender new style flower. So there's that build on the left-hand side of the main entrance to the florist. And that is all page 46 and 47. So now let me turn over the page. Yeah. So if you end up commenting on one of my live streams when they're live and give me something to talk about, that's the kind of small talk that I like doing the most. Okay. Because that's easier for me to end up rambling about something than it is for me to think about topics to talk about for small talk. And for those out there who do builds of Lego sets in a live stream format, I think those people can speak about that too. Like, I am a member of the Brick Scene Lego YouTube channel who recently passed 100,000 subscribers, so he now has the verification tick on or next to his channel name. And I am a member of him, so I get to participate in exclusive Zoom calls and sometimes exclusive live streams. And majority of those live streams are live builds of Lego sets. And I know that he enjoys his live streams more when there are people to talk to in the comments down below. And I think other people who do live builds in live streams would also say the same thing, because if you're the only one talking, then it is difficult to make small talk off the cuff. Okay, we need a white 1x2 plate, and we need four of them for the tops of all of the columns that stop the doors and the windows from shifting side to side on top of the columns. And we are approaching 38 minutes. Okay, now we need 4 1x1 white bricks. And we also need 4 1x1 white modified bricks with the 1x1 stud on the side, or the headlight brick, as some people like to call it, because it has the recessed studs on. It has the recessed 1x1 stud on the side, which makes it easier for you to slot in a 1x1 plate or tile that got its name because that is a technique that was introduced in the late 70s and is still being used today for putting headlights on vehicles, and is probably the easiest way to put headlights on vehicles. But nowadays we have elements like the 1x4 modified brick with the 1x4 studs on the side, which means you can fit headlights and a 1x2 grille. And that's what I end up doing a lot of times on my vintage style Lego car mocks. And speaking about those, eventually, hopefully, in the mayohosko Winter Bonanza, I will be doing an overhaul of some of my vintage Lego car mocks so that I can make them one color builds, because the ones that I have made are 2 colors, but I want to make them one color build so that it is more realistic, because the only times that a regular passenger car would have 2 different colors is if there is for a different colors of the trim. Like if you've got a black trim or a white trim or a grey trim or metallic silver trim to your car. That is the only time a regular passenger car that isn't a non-street legal racing car would ever have two colors. So I need to convert a lot of my vintage car mocks to be just one color so I can make them look more realistic, because I think that'd look better on the streets of Mayo City. Okay, that is that done. Now I need to do another stack of, well, I need to stack two 1x1 by 2 grey bricks, and I believe that goes on top of that 1x1 stud right there. Yep, there we go. And actually on those headlight bricks, I need to put 1x1 white square tiles, and we have just passed 41 minutes. So we can make that have a smooth top at the top of the column. And as I said in previous streams, my favorite element, well, my favorite sections of the build for this assembly square are all the buildings that have sand green walls. Because as I've said in previous videos, and as I've repeated in more videos to come, I am a sucker for sand colored elements. So whether that be sand green, which is the second most common sand color, because technically light tan is a sand color, because Lego calls light tan brick yellow, while Bricklink, I think, appropriately calls it light tan. Technically, light tan is a sand color, but then there's also sand blue, which is more rarer than sand green, and also sand red, which I believe is the rarest. I think there might be some sand purple bricks out there that I want to say sand purple was only released in sets from the late 90s or the mid 90s to the early 2000s or the mid 2000s. I want to say the sand purple is one of those odd Lego colors. If I'm wrong about that, feel free to correct me down in the comments below. But I want to say sand purple is a Lego color. Let me just check the microphone, and we are still in business. So we've just ticked past 48 minutes, and we are on page 50. So we need a light bluish grey 1x4. Where are you? There you are. Then we need a 1x6 brick and another 1x2 light bluish grey palisade brick, and then a dark bluish grey 1x6 brick. And then on the other side, we need a dark bluish grey 1x2 brick. Where is it? There it is. And then we need another light bluish grey 1x2 palisade brick. And there we go. And we need to put a dark tan 2x2 jumper. Where is it? It would be hiding in plain sight. I'm going to need to come around the other side to see if I can find it. Dark tan. Okay, there we go. It was camouflaged slightly with my hardwood coffee table. And that goes on top of the cash register drawer. I think this build is supposed to be a bakery of some sort, which would complement the coffee shop on the opposite side of the plaza. And so a bakery, a coffee shop, and a florist are some buildings or are some types of commercial builds that I have not yet put in my city, in Mayo City. And looks like we're finally going to use some of those pastry elements, because I think it was last stream I talked about how some of the pastry builds include the 1x1 printed Simpsons donut, and I think that is the best print for a donut that Lego has ever done. And we also get some of the 1x1 round white tiles that have the printed red swirl, which has been used for lollipop builds in the past. And they're probably they are more common than the Lego printed Simpsons donut, but that goes side by side. And we need 2 Simpsons donuts. Where is it? Okay, it's printed on a medium nougat. It's printed on a medium nougat 1x1 round tile. So I'm going to have to come around the other side, see if I can spot it. Because, again, it's hiding. I've got a piece that's hiding in plain sight, and there it is. It was behind the build for the florist. So all of these diverse range of commercial buildings are stuff that I haven't had or I haven't built in Mayo City yet. And it's for those reasons that when I decided to pass on the Lego bookshop modular, because I could not find it for 20% off in the end of financial year sales, we're using a boat oar that's trying to represent the paddle that you would get to reach inside of the oven. Okay. Yeah, I've done all of that. Actually, need to get some other elements. So somehow there's our 2x2 dark, light bluish grey corner plate. Ah, yes. But where is it? There it is. That connects, I think it's a 2x, that goes on top of, I think it's a 2x16 white plate, or it might be a 2x12 white plate, or it could be 2x14. If anyone has built the assembly square, then you can tell me in the comments below and connect that with the stack of 2 1x1x3 light bluish grey bricks. So when I decided not to get the bookshop, I decided to pass on it because I couldn't find it at 20% off. I decided, well, I had originally planned to buy the assembly square part it out. And when I passed on the bookshop, I realized that if I can create, sorry for touching my nose, it's just a little bit itchy right now. If I'm able to create some space in Mayo City, I would be able to place the assembly square within Mayo City. And now we're building some builds for some birthday cakes. I would actually be able to put the assembly square inside of Mayo City. And to be honest, I like the design of the assembly square better than the bookshop. So I wasn't necessarily disappointed that I wouldn't be able to put the bookshop, well, I wouldn't be able to get the bookshop and put it into Mayo City, because I think I like the architecture of the assembly square better, and it has a more diverse range of builds. And it has more commercial buildings that I can put into Mayo City. So that's one of the birthday cakes done. Now we need to get on with another. And that is on a base of, it looks like it's a butter cake base. It's a short one, and it's using a reddish brown 2x2 round jumper for to represent chocolate icing. And then it has a 1x1 round swirl piece for, that's I think supposed to be a cream puff on top. So that's the build for the cakes. And where does that end up going? That ends up going in the opening for the wall. And we have just ticked past 51 minutes. And looks like we're creating a second shelf. So we need another one of the dark brown 2x2 plates with the repeating the same build with the reddish brown, with the 3 reddish brown 1x2x2 panels and the reddish brown 1x2 jumpers that hold the large pastry builds together. Would that allow the large pastry builds to sit on top? So I'm guessing we're going to build some more cakes. Yes, we're building what looks like to be a strawberry cream cake and a white croissant. Where are we? Okay. So we need a white 2x2 round plate and then a red 2x2 round jumper and then a 2x2 white dish, and then to cap that off we need a pair of red cherries. If I can snap that into its hole, because if you know what the cherry piece is, I forgot to put one of the reddish brown 1x2 jumpers. If you know what the Lego cherry piece is, you know that the way that connects to a minifig's hand or inside of a jumper is it's got a half long bar at the base of it. Okay, now we need to put on that white croissant. And that goes on the opposite end. Come on, snap on. Yeah, and I've distracted myself several times. So the reason why I like the buildings that have sand green walls is because that is a throwback to my third favorite Lego modular, which is the greengrocer. And where we need another dark brown 2x6 plate. I'm not seeing it. Where is it? I think I need to come around the other side. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. There it is. It's hiding under a light bluish grey 2x6 plate. And we've been hovering between 1 and 2 views for the last 20 minutes or so. So that gets stacked on top of the previous build. And now we have filled in that wall. And we need to put on a pair of dark bluish grey 1x1 cheese slopes that are back to back on the inside of the wall. And that is page 53. And we have just ticked over 55 minutes. So we've got 5 minutes to go. And now we're building the display counter that protects our donuts, or my favorite pastry piece, which is the Simpsons donut. So we can keep those donuts fresh for Homer Simpson to come inside and get some donuts and go, donuts. Okay, we need a 1x6 black tile. And there it is. But unfortunately, I don't think I have a Homer Simpson minifigure. I have a Bart Simpson. I have a Lisa Simpson. I have a Marge Simpson. I have a Maggie Simpson. I have a comic book guy. And I want to say there's someone else that isn't one of the Simpsons family that I have. Okay, we need a 1x1 black square plate and a 1x1 black modified plate. Oh, oopsie, that was a dark blue. A 1x1 modified square plate in black that has the two stud extensions in opposite directions that have the hole in the middle. And then we need to put a light bluish grey curved piece on top of that to cap it off. And where is it? Where is that element? Going to need to come around to the other side. But let me just check that the microphone is still working, and it's still working. And we've just ticked past 57 minutes. Okay, where is that piece? Where is that piece? It'll be hiding in plain sight. Where is it? There it is. And I haven't had to do as much talking this episode because Captain Matt, who is a moderator for the Mayohosko channel and a regular viewer and a regular commenter and a loyal supporter on Patreon, was able to give me some stuff to talk about. So I appreciate him for stopping on by, because normally I don't have anyone that comments on my live streams because people are busy living their own lives. And as I say with all of my live streams, it doesn't matter if people don't watch my live streams live, because there are still those people that watch my live streams on the replay, because I can see those views in the YouTube Studio app. So I know that they're out there, and I know that people are living their own lives and people have their own schedules, and I wouldn't want to interfere with people's schedules because I want people to live their own lives how they see fit. Okay, just tick past 59 minutes, so we're approaching the hour mark. So I think page 55 might be where we leave off today, and it looks like it's a build for the centerpiece of the cakes. And I say centerpiece because it is on a base that is a 4x4 round plate in black. And we need some dark blue 2x2 corner tiles that have the clipped corners that goes all around. And then we need a white 2x2 round brick with the vertical striations. Where is another one of those corners? Let me just come around to the other side, and we've just ticked past the hour mark. Where is that piece? There it is. It was hiding behind a welder's torch. So there it is. A 2x2 round brick in white that has the vertical striations. And in the middle of that, we need to put a 4-long red Technic axle. And then we need to put this special type of wheel piece. Sorry for not getting that in shot. Special type of wheel piece. I don't think I have that in my collection. And then we need to put some blue Technic half pins. Oops, it just fell on the ground. Thank God that it didn't roll under my green couch. And then looks like on top of these Technic blue half pins, we're putting some 1x1 pearl gold round tiles fit in there. These Technic half pins are rather finicky to fit inside of Technic pinholes because they are only half pins. And they are half pins because they have the one long Technic pin on one side, but they have a stud connection on the other side. Oops. This came apart on me, but I'm sure there'll be something that sandwiches it in place. Now we put on those pearl gold tiles. And then on top, I don't know what element we're going to put on top. I can't see that far ahead in the instructions. Come on, fit on there. Okay, there we go. Now I can flip the page. And on top, we put a stack of 2x2 white round plates. And then on top of that, we put a white 2x2 round jumper. And then on top of that, we put a different type of build. So what's that? It's a 1x2 white plate. And then we need 1x1 round plates in white, yellow. So I'm guessing this is a lemon pastry on top. And black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You can make all of your jokes in the comments down below. And I'm not sure why that's black. But then we need a white 1x1 round tile. And then another one in reddish brown. So I guess one's supposed to be a lemon slice, and the other one, and another one is chocolate lemon, I want to say. I'm not sure how that would taste. But then we need one of these special, I don't even know what the name of this element is. So if you know, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, that's what holds up the table. And it goes in the window display. So there we go. And yes, that's built correctly. So that is the end of page 57, and we are about to approach 1 hour and 5 minutes. Let me just check if the microphone is still working, and the microphone is still working. So we got through a live stream with the microphone working. Hooray! And now that that's done, I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm thirsty. Hashtag always be hydrated. So we're going to leave off on page 57. So thank you for watching this live stream. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video with your friends. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. To be notified of every mayohosko upload, be sure to click that bell icon so that you don't miss out. And if you want to see exclusive behind-the-scenes content, you want to get early access to my videos before I upload them to my YouTube channel, you want to see exclusive images and text, that I might not otherwise share on my social media. You want to get the right to vote on some of my, the right to vote on some of my polls to get some administrative power of what goes on around here. And you want to see the production value of my channel grow, feel free to support me like Patreon, much like my loyal moderator, Captain Matt. If you want to reach out to me further beyond the comment section down below, as I've said previously, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to my social media and my Patreon are in the description of every mayohosko video. And if you want to get further involved in the mayohosko community, you can join the mayohosko fan club, which is a Facebook group, which tonight I need to put the link to my Facebook group in the description of my videos, starting from my upload that'll be uploaded on Monday at 6:30 a.m. Central Australia Standard Time, which I believe is 5 p.m. in New York and the Eastern Standard Time of the United States of America on Sunday. I might have to talk about why I upload my videos at that time another day, but I'll need to put the link to my Facebook group my fan club in the description starting from my next upload. So if you want to join that fan club, feel free to express your interest via any means of communication. And if need be, you can email me at mayohosko@gmail.com so I can send you the link to my fan club and you can join it. So thank you for watching this live stream. I will continue on, hopefully, with another live stream, 2 live streams tomorrow, one at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time, and another one at this same time of 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time. Yeah, microphone's still connected. So thank you for watching this live stream. I will see you in the next live stream, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. End stream.